Also, a historic win in Game 7 of the World Series last night as the Cubs World Series champs for the first time since 1908. We're going to take you live to Wrigley Field right now, where I'm sure people are still out and about. It's a live look. This is the home of the Cubs, and fans gathered celebrating the longest championship drought in all of sports. It all still lasting the excitement of last night. Going into early this morning, ABC's Dan Harris has the highlights from last night.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series!
The curse reversed. A historic 8-7 win in extra innings for the Chicago Cubs in what turned out to be an epic nail-biter, their first World Series title since 1908. Cubs fans spilling out into the streets of Wrigleyville, Chicago, erupting in celebration.
They deserve it. This is the best team we've had in years. There's literally nowhere I would rather be than right here in Wrigleyville to celebrate this win. Historic World Series. Are you kidding me?
It was an epic winner-takes-all series. The Indians and the Cubs duking it out all the way to Game 7 in Cleveland. Chicago pulling off an astonishing comeback from a 3-1 deficit in the series.
Ross flies one into center.
With veteran catcher David Ross capping off the last game of his career with a home run and a World Series win. As the beloved late Chicago announcer Harry Caray would say, "Holy cow." Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
Wow, that was not a good holy cow. That was not a Harry Caray worthy holy cow. Holy cow!
That's much better.
Yes, well, the last time the Indians were in the World Series was 1997. They lost to the Marlins in Game 7, extra innings. So their heartbreak continues, and a lot of connections to the Sun Coast. David Ross, who hit a home run last night, spent some spring trainings here with the Reds. Aroldis Chapman also his last spring with the Reds here before they left for Arizona. And yeah, Anthony Rizzo actually comes to camp here every year for the Kelly Sports Camp every December. So it's good to see people. And Joe Madden, of course, and Ben Zobrist with the Rays. It's good to see.
Madden did all right for himself, huh?
Yeah, last time, John, the last time the Chicago Cubs won a World Series title, the television had not yet been invented. So people had to listen to you on the radio, John.
Wow.
World War I hadn't happened yet, and Arizona and New Mexico were not even American states. And yet the first spring training game in February will be the Indians and the Cubs in Arizona.
Wow.
Look at that.
How about that? It's
So
a big
they can
circle.
play again.
Most people were riding horses.
Yes, and those who didn't know, they had to ride side saddle, didn't they? Because of long hoop skirts.
Yeah, I guess.
Martha Washington.
Some did, yeah. It was pretty amazing. Harry Houdini was the most popular performer of the day.
My grandmother was born in 1908.
Is that right?
She was indeed, yes. August 26, 1908.
Pretty amazing stuff.